Thank you for listening to Change Your Mindset podcast. Be sure to tune in every week for a new episode. As always, change your mindset to change your life.
Welcome back to Change Your Mindset podcast, the podcast that helps you make $10,000 a month if you subscribe to this podcast only. I'm just kidding. Welcome back. So what we're going to be talking about this podcast is you hear a lot of get rich quick. There's a lot of scams out there and you need to be careful because a lot of people are getting rich off scams because they think you are foolish enough to make money super fast and super easy. There's a lot of ads that obviously you see on social media or Instagram that they would tell you can make $1,000 a week or make $5,000 to $10,000 a month if you subscribe to this or if you take our course. Anything like that, you hear a lot of those. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people believe these people and they just take their money. So with this going on, a lot of people that use this money because they're told they will make so much money, it's easy, fast. You're not making yourself wealthier. The money you're giving to that person, you're making them wealthier. So they're pretty much getting rich off of you by pretty much selling you a lie or making you believe you can get rich quick or you do this and you'll make so much money, etc. Recently I seen one, this guy had a Rolls Royce and claimed he had two other luxury cars and had another one on the way. And said he was in his early 20s and lives on his own and he was able to retire his parents and he did this, etc., blah, blah, blah. And if you want to do what he did, just sign up for his class or tutoring, whatever it was. There's a lot of those, unfortunately. They all look good and they all look promising because they sell it very well. Obviously, they sell you something. Whether they have a nice car or, like I said, it's a nice building, or maybe they show you a bank account, whatever it may be, and they make you believe that you can be just like them if you do exactly what they did, but you just have to pay, I don't know, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever it may be, if you want to be rich like them or just do what they do. And it's unfortunate because there are a lot of scams nowadays. And people get away with a lot of them. And it's unfortunate and it's sad to see. But to be honest, there is no way to get rich quick. If, like the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, is because it is. Like I said, it's a lot of hard work that goes into whatever you're doing. If you're an entrepreneur, having a business, whatever it may be, real estate, it takes a lot of work. It's not easy. And these people sell you it like it's super easy and they make you believe it and they show you these nice stuff and you can be just like them and you have this money, and reality sounds great because you want to be rich quick. Anytime someone sells you getting rich quick, it's majority of times going to be a scam because a lot of people don't get rich quick unless you hit the lotto, but that's super rare, right? So they sell you this because they know people want, in this society, they want things now. They want nice cars now. They want these nice houses now. They want a lot of money now. And they don't want to wait. They don't want to put in a lot of work. They don't want to wait years for this. So they hear this ad that says, oh, make thousands a month or 1,000 a week, whatever it may be. And it sounds great because they just give them some money, and at the end of the day, you're pretty much screwed over, and you just gave your money to this person. And I'm pretty sure they're making a lot of money now because they're tricking all these people to believe that you can be rich just like them, but in reality, you're just making them rich, unfortunately. It's the sad truth, but like I said, it's not easy being successful because it takes a lot of work. And obviously I work a lot, and like I said, I'm not where I want to be in life, but eventually I will. And I know it takes a lot of work, and you see a lot of work when you put in the work. Obviously it takes time. It's not fast, easy money. Like I said, it takes a lot of time. So when I see these ads, it sounds good. I mean, if I was naive and I believed it, I'd be like, oh man, I can make $1,000 a day or $500 a day doing this. I just need to sign up and follow them or subscribe, whatever, pay for their class, tutoring, whatever group they have, and I'll make all this money. It sounds great. I mean, in reality, that sounds awesome. It sounds like a dream. I don't have to work or I have to do any this stuff like this. It's super easy, quick money, cool. I want to be rich now. I don't want to wait. But in reality, that's not how it works. And a lot of people fall for those scams, and it's unfortunate because I see a lot of these scams more and more often. And I believe when times get tough, you will see these scams. And obviously, if you need the money, you will be desperate. So if you are desperate, and let's say times get worse, or you really need money, and this sounds really good, and I could use this $1,000 today or next week if I do this, that's when you really get taken advantage of because you will be desperate. And these people know this, and it's unfortunate because they take advantage of people like that, especially when they're in financial trouble, and they know this, and they take advantage of it. And it's unfortunate. And I hate to see it, so I hope you guys don't fall for any of those. But there are people that do provide great services. So like I said, I do have groups I am in. Personally, myself, obviously, I'm one of the biggest skeptics you can be. It's really hard for me to believe people, unfortunately, because a lot of people do lie, especially when it comes down to money. If you, like I say, if you join this group, whatever, you'll make so much money. But there are groups I am in, and I've done a lot of research. And obviously, I don't blindly just believe this ad or this person, and I just don't give them my money. Obviously, I educate myself, and I see if there are good reviews of this group or person, and obviously, I investigate it super thoroughly because I don't want to be taken advantage of. And obviously, if you're having money, you don't want to lose your hard-earned money. So I'm a very big skeptic. So that's why I do a lot of research. And majority of these groups I see on these ads is way too good to be true. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but majority of them are way too good to be true because the amount of work you put in is like you put in a little work, but you make lots of money, which doesn't make sense in reality because majority of the time that's not how it works. Obviously, it takes a lot of work, so it's a complete opposite. But like I said, there are groups that do provide very good information and obviously help you make more money. And those groups I highly recommend being in because, like I said, I've been in groups like that. I paid my money, and they provided great information, obviously great value. That value helped me make more money, or if I wanted to learn something, that was great value, and obviously I learned something. So there are groups, and I do recommend stuff like that. I'm not saying don't ever use your money to invest in obviously educating yourself. I think that's probably the best investment is in yourself because if you educate yourself, you can make lots of money. But obviously you got to be very careful and you got to make sure you know what you're doing. And you obviously have to be very skeptical because unfortunately nowadays there's a lot of scams out there, and it's very unfortunate. And when times get even worse and tougher, there will be more and more scams. So, like I said, as people get desperate, the scam artists know you'll be desperate and this sounds great to you. So you'll put your money in there, and hopefully, crossing your fingers, you'll make more money. This goes for a great example when people want quick money, and usually it doesn't work. So there's a couple of examples that come to mind for me personally. Is when you go to the casino, most people think they will get money easily or quick. So they put a lot of money in, and majority of the time they lose a lot of money. A lot of people hear a lot of bad lifestyles because they put a lot of money in casinos thinking they would make lots of money if they put their life savings, their kids' college student savings, etc. And you lose a lot of money. I mean, that's just an example. And the same thing like these lotteries, the Mega Lotto, all that. You buy a ticket hoping you win the big number, you win a lot of money, you cross your fingers. But we all know the odds are severely against you. So the idea And these people take that concept is that you can get rich quick. And a lot of people believe that because who wouldn't want to be rich quick without obviously doing any work? I mean, that sounds great, right? In fantasy, that sounds amazing. But in reality, that's not how it works. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of discipline, consistency to obviously make money, be successful, whatever you're trying to do. It's a lot of hard work, and obviously people don't want to put in the hard work, so they go to these alternatives where they say you can get rich quick or make a lot of money. Just put this little bit of money down and you either have the possibility or it's guaranteed. And fantasy sounds great, right? But like I said, people take advantage of this concept, and it's, like I said, it's been going on forever. There's a lot of schemes out there. Usually, like I always say, if it's too good to be true, it's because it is. And you just got to be smart about it. You got to think about it. You can't just go right to it. You got to sit down and take some time, because if you hear that and you just start clicking away, next thing you know, you'll be looking at your credit card or putting money in straight into the little invoice they have, and there that goes. This is when you need to be obviously very educated. Obviously financially, that helps out, and you just can't believe anything you're told, because there are people out there that are very good salesmen, and they can pitch you something and that sounds great, and you might believe them, and next thing you know, you get scammed. Like a lot of people say, oh, invest your money with me and I'll give you 20% profits for you, or 30, something ridiculous like that. And that's very hard to find anywhere. The stock market doesn't do that. It's the average like 7 to 9% yearly. And the people just give you these false promises, and it sounds great, and they take advantage of you. Obviously, one of the biggest scams of all time was the Bernie Madoff. Obviously, that guy went to jail, and he made a lot of false promises, and a lot of people that were retired put their money into what he was selling them, and they believed him, and obviously they lost it all. Obviously, one of the biggest schemes of all time, and it's unfortunate because those people were retired, or they were relying on that money that they were supposed to make off of Madoff to retire with, and it's unfortunate they lost it all. So now they just have to keep working, because they were sold a false promise. And obviously Bernie Madoff made so much money, and obviously he did get caught. But the point is, there are a lot of schemes out there, and if you're sold get rich quick, or you can make this, or you don't even have to do that much work, it's hard to believe nowadays, because like I said, there are a lot of schemes, but there are a lot of ways you can make money. So you always want to do your research, and you want to make sure you don't get scammed. There's also another very popular one I see a lot. Obviously, you see on a lot of comments, whatever comments you're on, if it's social media or YouTube, wherever, you see a lot of bots. And sometimes these comments can go for like 5 or 10 different people. And they're saying, oh, I invested my money in so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. Here's their email. Go follow them or go ask them. And to give them your, obviously invest with them, and because there's so much money they made them. And then there's another comment that says, oh yeah, this person made me this much money too. Oh, this person's great. And there's another comment that says, oh yeah, I did this too. Or another comment says, oh, where can I follow this person? Or, oh, how can I get in touch with this person? And it just goes back and forth. So it's a lot of bots like that obviously is total scams, and they obviously just want to take your money, and you got to be careful with that. And like I said, not everything is what it seems, and you obviously have to be very smart and educated and stuff like this, because a lot of people can take advantage of. And not even just getting rich quick scams, there's a lot of scams even on your emails, text messages, to, oh, your device has been compromised, sign into your account, etc. Or maybe if you have crypto, there's a lot of people that say, oh, your crypto wallet has been hijacked, whatever it may be, sign into this account, and they'll leave you to some other account where you might put your password, and then once you put in your password, you're screwed, because that person now has access to your crypto or whatever it may be. So you just gotta be careful, and obviously just be very educated. Even on these phone scams, there's people that call you and say one thing or another. Maybe your Apple ID has been blocked, or your Amazon account and has been deactivated, or we stopped your account for this reason because we see you have an invalid password or something like that, and says please enter in your password with the email. First of all, I've never ever opened any of those. Once I see it, I just delete it. And if I see something like that looks pretty like legit, if it's a bank account or something like that, I never go to that email and open it in that email. I go directly to their app, or I go directly to their webpage. I never open anything in the email, and I highly recommend you never open anything in the email, because there's a lot of emails that look very good. Either they have the bank's logo or maybe an Apple logo, whatever it may be, and they look pretty legit. And like I said, I would never open any of those, because you might be redirected to somewhere else where you're giving someone your account and your password, and then you're screwed because now they're into that. So that's just another scam you got to take into consideration, because nowadays people are just unfortunately trying to get money easily, and it's unfortunate because a lot of people actually do fall for these scams. I mean, you might be saying, "Oh, I'd never fall for one of these scams." I mean, you may not, but someone else will. Maybe somebody you know, friend, relatives, family, whatever. They might. So obviously, you just got to educate yourself and make sure that these people aren't taking advantage of you, because like I said, it's unfortunate, and if times get worse, there will be more and more. There was a scam that happened when I used to have my old job back in the day. It was an elderly lady and her son. They came to us and said that this person called, and they said they had her, I believe it was her son or her grandson, hostage, and that she was old, maybe 80s, 90s. She was very elderly, and she believed them, and they pretty much told her over the phone, "We have your son or grandson," I don't remember which one it was, and said basically, you need to go buy gift cards, and you need to put a certain amount of money on each gift card. And I believe it was a couple thousand. I don't remember the exact amount. And obviously she did this, so she purchased the gift cards, put the money on the gift cards. Then I guess she went back, and I guess she gave the numbers on the gift card, the back, and she gave it to this person over the phone. And once this person over the phone got the numbers from the gift card, obviously they used it online, so it's hard to track. And they obviously hung up. So she didn't find out later, and I guess she eventually called her son or grandson, and he said, "No, this wasn't me. I'm totally fine, and nothing's wrong. What happened?" And obviously we found out she got scammed. And unfortunately, like I said, this does happen. It's unfortunate because the elderly, obviously, they don't think as straight as you can, obviously, if they have certain things going on because of their age, Alzheimer, whatever it may be. And it's kind of sad that people like this get taken advantage of, and it's very unfortunate. But like I said, a lot of this is going on, not just these get rich quick scams, but also scams like these. They're very becoming common nowadays, and it's unfortunate. Like I said, you just gotta educate yourself. And also, even in companies now, if you work for a company or a business and you have an email, they send out emails to companies now to the associates, that if the associates open this email and get to this link or whatever, that whoever this hacker is or hackers, they can now get into the company's database. And obviously this is a huge problem for companies. So that's why a lot of cybersecurity is also very important nowadays, and a lot of companies are investing in cybersecurity because it's becoming more and more of a problem. So it's a really big problem for a lot of people nowadays, and it's unfortunate, and like I said, it's probably not going to go away anytime soon. But you just got to be careful out there, and obviously you got to have a good sense of mind and make sure you know what you're doing. And like I said, if it's too good to be true, majority of the time it is. Nothing in life comes easy, so all these get rich quick scams, they try to sell you. Like I said, nothing comes easy. And if these are very accurate and actually are true, I'd be surprised. Because if this did happen, and a lot of people will be doing this, and a lot of people won't be working anymore. They'd just be doing what this person tells them to do, and they'd believe it. Even though they're shown these nice cars or exotic beaches or places they've gone to or whatever it may be. I mean, who to say that this person even has money, or maybe they're just taking trips with someone who actually has money, using their cars, their houses, going on trips with them. Someone that actually has money is taking pictures and pretending they have money, when in reality they don't have money. So obviously you got to educate yourself and make sure if this makes sense or not, and obviously if you're actually going to make money or not, or if they're going to provide actual valuable information and not just try to sell you something. There's a big difference between those two. And you just gotta do your research. Make sure there's actual legit reviews, like I said before. And if there's other people that have done it, whatever they're talking about, reach out to them. And make sure they're not actually people that are getting paid to say, yeah, I've done it, you can make this much money, or even bots nowadays that reply to you. You just gotta be careful out there. Like I said, a lot of people that make money and that are actually successful, it takes time. It's a lot of hard work. Like I said, but I don't know, a lot of people don't want to do that, and they want an easy alternative to be rich quick, because like I always say, that's the society we're in. People want to be rich quick. They want to have the nice cars now, nice houses, go on these vacations, have so much money in their bank account, they want it now. But in reality, that's not how it works, and that's how people take advantage of you and sell you this dream that you can obtain it because they obtain it supposedly, or maybe they have, and they're just trying to collect your money. You just gotta be careful out there. Like I said, if you want to be successful in life, make money, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, sacrifice, patience, and that's what it really takes to make money nowadays and be successful. But these people in ads would tell you otherwise. So just obviously educate yourself and be safe out there, because like I said, things get worse, you will see more and more of these ads, because if these weren't very effective, these people would not be putting out these ads, because they'd be losing a lot of money, because it costs money to run ads. So if people aren't falling for these, then they won't be putting these up. But there has to be people falling for them, so that's why these are continuously going. So just make sure you're smart out there and educate yourself, because last thing I want to hear or see is somebody that obviously believed this person and they either screwed them over or took the money and provided them with nothing. As always, I appreciate you listening to the podcast and take time out of your day to listen to it. I appreciate it if you share the podcast and subscribe wherever you listen to this podcast at. As always, change your mindset to change your life. Thank you again, and take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Change Your Mindset podcast. Be sure to tune in every week for a new episode. As always, change your mindset to change your life.